get my rest, I'm good.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I got it. I had to give it to you again, man. That was a great topic last night discussion.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, man, I'm just glad it didn't get crazy, didn't get out of hand. Stayed
well,
pretty.
the thing is, it didn't go into uh religious debate. It was just giving their point of view. Well, I think that's why it turned out so well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a
Yeah.
good point.
Would have got in their feelings about the Bible and this, that, and the other. That never happened.
It would have went left.
It would have been far left.
Yeah, I think
So that
somebody.
that was another reason nobody really can talk about religion without losing their cool. And I, man, last night was excellent.
Yeah,
Don't know if we pulled it off, but we did.
yeah, they do, and Frenchie stayed pretty cool. This dude, who was that dude called Frenchie? Said Frenchie sound like his grandma.
Michael,
Yeah,
well, yeah.
yeah, Frenchie stayed. He stayed cool about it though.
Well, I mean, what helps French and keep her cool. She put a lot of her emotions in the also.
Oh, okay.
I know this brother Song has started doing that too.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, that's cool. So what you
Well,
think about?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, that's about it. Uh, Other than that, that's my whole life. Shoot.
Well, if you've heard this news, I've sent you the video and I've fact checked it. One of the Afrikaners that just came over recently unalived his wife.
What?
Yes.
She must have got over here and wanted to get with one of these American men. Ain't no telling. She might have wanted to get with.
47 for something like that.
No, it don't, man. Whoa.
So when he call up all these other countries, that's whole countries, and then he brings somebody over here and they unalive their spouse.
You know, speaking of 47, he the reason, one of the reasons behind this topic tonight.
Oh, okay.
A reporter, because Brandon Johnson was talking about how he hired BLK people for various positions. Yes, my secretary is BLK. This is BLK. This person is BLK. And somebody got offended and accused him of that. So now they trying to there's a federal investigation on him saying that he violated Title VII of the 1964 Civil Rights Act.
Great.
That's crazy. That's
But
crazy.
the thing is, what did 47 violate? Because he don't have any people. He have one person of color in his cabinet.
Exactly. And he's the one that opened the investigation against Brandon Johnson. He's the one
Wow.
that told them to open up the investigation. Yep. Yeah, man. So this is the world that we live in. Yeah. You see,
Yeah,
how,
it's the reason of the world we live in.
yes, exactly. Yeah. So, yeah. Did you see? Was you up here yesterday when one of the somebody in the chat told me they was gonna
I'm the one that brought it to your attention.
oh wow. Oh,
Get serious, aren't
yeah, they getting emboldened. Emboldened.
you? Well, Like I said, you can be whoever you want to. You can be the bravest man in the world
Yeah,
online.
yeah. But uh, I feel bad for somebody trying to show up at my door getting reckless. Because I talk and I do not use profanity on this app, but that does not make me passive by no means. So do not show up on my door with that
Boss
recklessness.
man Trev, I'm assuming he's talking about Brandon Johnson. Says he tried to stop the violence.
Brandon Johnson's did?
I'm assuming that's what boss man means.
Probably. I'm not well, well, I know when Brandon Johnson got asked that question, he uh he sidestepped it real smooth. Oh,
Which question?
there go shellfish. Uh, he said, why are you racist?" or something like that. And the answer was some to the effect that I'm not even going to legitimize that as a real question. I'm not even going to recognize that as a real question. Hello,
Mm.
hello, Mr. Baum. Hey, Mr. Baum, we ain't seen you in a couple days. Come on, y'all. Can we get 5,000 taps? 5,000 taps so we can open up this panel. Wait, let me put the gummy bears out. Or either 10 gummy bears, 5,000 taps or 10 gummy bears. Either one is fine. Either one is fine. Let's get this discussion cracking. 5,000 taps. Unless I go by Frenchie's advice. Frenchie said 10. 10,000 taps. Then open it up.
Nah, 10,000 too much. It'll take all of 30 to 45 minutes.
Well, once we start, I was thinking maybe it depends.
If we start with people as possible, but what we're starting off with now.
Yeah, yeah, I can go with that. I can go with that. Oh, how's my audio sounding? Am I lagging? It's good. Yeah.
Well, phone, you might need to have somebody in the chat, but I didn't experience any difficulties, and that loud hiss from your microphone is absent today.
Oh, good stuff. Maybe it was the update that they did on the phone.
You got another update?
Yeah, it did another update. It did two updates. It did one the
Well,
other
I
day.
got when you said you got your one. I wasn't aware of the present.
Yeah. Man, my throat is itching. I'm gonna go get some water in a minute. Uh,
Six Bomb said a few glitches.
a few glitches. Okay. Yeah. TikTok, you know what? It's either TikTok is switching around their algorithm, which I believe that to be the case, and or TikTok is growing and they um trying to refigure the software to
Oh,
accommodate.
trying
Yeah.
to reconfigure it to handle the amount of people that's joining. You think?
Yeah.
'Cause you got a lot of stars and just a lot of everybody. And you got a lot of businesses. A lot of people are joining.
Mm. Yeah, and this is
You
June.
know, trying their best not to pay out a lot of money. I think that's why they've slowed things down.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Bomb said heavy glitching now. Hmm. Make 3 posts regarding your stream. Okay,
Shellfish.
yeah, Shellfish. What happened to Shellfish? He must have got his first other account shut down for him to switch it up.
So,
I wonder how that happened. 'cause he don't normally, I don't know him to be.
Yeah, he is record. To warn him over. You warn him over before.
Oh, oh, okay.
But a lot of things people will say that don't seem harmful that they don't realize they're saying. Like you with the wager yesterday.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, a lot of things you can say that you take for granted. You go, oh, that ain't nothing. Yes. You know?
yeah. But yeah, but when somebody pull your coat to it, is take heed. It's good to take heed.
Try to stay on top of it slightly. Try to.
Yeah. Oh, that lady finally put a bid in on a house today.
Well, congratulations to you.
Oh,
What kind of condition? What kind of house is it?
it's a nice house. It's a beautiful. Well, actually, it looked like it was an office building converted into a house just to show you how big it is.
Wow.
And they only wanted 240 for the house. So yeah, she put in an offer of 235, and
Wow.
we'll see if they take it. So if they take it, then if they accept it or they're gonna counter. But the first thing she said when she walked in is, "Oh, the tax is too high." Like, tax is too high. Didn't you know the taxes before you asked me to show you?
I mean, yeah, that's something she should look up before she even visit the place.
Yeah, I think she just I don't know. I think she just a little frazzled, a little overwhelmed. I don't know about the whole process, probably.
Another, she probably looking at that scroll, diminishing. She wanted to hurry up and get out of it.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, that's why I kept telling her the sooner you put in an offer on a house, the sooner we can close, and the sooner you can go ahead and transition to your new home. Transition to you. Hey, can you hear me good?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Because I'm not right up on the phone, but
Can y'all help me tap, please? I'm the only one tapping.
come
Help
on,
me tap
y'all.
so we can panel.
What's up, Cindy Blue? Come on, y'all. We had almost 4K likes. We can get to 5K likes easily. Come on, y'all. Tap, tap, please. Tap the screen, please. Now nobody's tapping. Come on, y'all. Nobody but Ronald.
I'm the only one tapping. That's how I know because I stopped for a second and no hearts were going up.
Oh, wow, people. Where the love at, y'all? Where's the love? Goodness. Where's the love? And Mr. Bomb, I know Mr. Bomb tapping.
Yeah, if he was on the panel, you could hear him.
Yeah. And I know Shellfish, aka Adam Apples, tapping. Come on, y'all. Who is this? Tap, 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 y'all.
Man, I'm getting so many followers a day now. That's ridiculous. Everybody's inviting me to their live panel, but I hadn't accepted any. Last couple of nights, I had like 8 people. So,
Yeah.
and then I mean 8 each night, and then I'll have some in between also.
Oh, good. Eight followers a day. That's some good stuff.
Well, that was just the last couple of days. We'll see how it goes from here.
Well, we've been getting some decent crowds, some decent visitors.
Yeah, we have. It's multiplied here as of late. We haven't had any calculated to be your.
Yeah. All right, let's open up. We got 50K, 5K. Thank y'all for helping us get that first. Thank y'all for helping us get that first milestone.
And that don't mean stop tapping. Please continue to help us out.
Yes, like we said.
We need some little some drama, you know. We gotta throw some chairs around, some he's not the father type of things.
Hey, Marcus, what happened to your automatic tapper?
I still got it. It's
Was
it's over there on the floor. I do need to get it.
Mhm.
I do need to put it in effect. But I gotta
okay. It's on the floor. That tells me how well it works.
I gotta open up. It do work though. I gotta open up the another account in order for it to so I can start contributing. Yeah, shellfish. Don't you talking about throwing chairs? Ain't this your second account? Didn't you say what happened to your first one?
Yeah, we gotta create some little, you know. All my
What?
friends that I knew from a long time ago,
Uh-huh.
they came in and they're a bunch of VOKs.
Uh-huh.
Then they're just throwing the N words, and I was just throwing there too, and then yeah.
Okay.
But I did it intentionally just to like, I yeah, I just didn't think that it mattered, and I just did it intentionally, and yeah, happened, and came back the next day. In 2 days, I got back to the account. You were ready and stuff.
You
It's
got it.
easy when you're a genius like me.
All right. Good stuff. Okay.
I'm a misunderstood genius.
Mr. Cinco. Cinco back up. Mr.
Marcus, did you know that everything that comes out my mouth may sound ridiculous,
Uh-huh.
but within the next 5 years or 10 years, it will come true.
Oh, well, that's interesting. That's good to know. Tell us what the
I'm saying,
what's the Powerball?
fireball.
Say it's gonna
Well,
come through and come true in five
later
years.
on,
What's
later on, they're gonna realize that women are not actually emotionally intelligent, and men are emotionally intelligent. So everything's actually reversed.
So, question.
Hey, welcome to the panel, Cinco.
Yeah, thank you. You remember me?
Of course I do.
Okay. It's only been a day. He says, of course I do.
Yeah,
Well, thanks for letting me back up in here,
what you got for us?
man. Do I think he's racist?
He was accused. Yeah, he was accused of it. They opened up an investigation on him.
For what? I mean, I already know what it is, but you tell the panel or whoever hasn't heard, I guess. Can
Yeah,
you tell me?
yeah, of course. I can refresh you. They opened up an investigation on him because he was talking about how many BLK employees he employs,
Yeah.
and somebody got offended. A reporter, somebody. I think it was a reporter that got offended.
It's not what happened.
What happened?
He's being investigated for breaking civil rights for only hiring black people. That's what
BLK.
he's okay. Yeah.
BLK.
Okay.
Yeah. So
BLK.
so that's exactly what I just said. Why did you say that's not what happened?
Yeah, but he's only but he was only hiring BLK people. That's what he's
That's
being investigated.
and but nobody said now. I mean, look at Trump's cabinet. I mean, nobody's complaining about that. Nobody's
Well, we
complaining.
all know he's ran by the Jays, so I mean,
Oh,
at the end of the day,
that's what it is. He's ran by.
they could carry. They're all ran by the Jays, sir. Every single one of
You
them.
think he might be being framed to them?
You what?
Because I know the Jays are pretty powerful, but I think he might be being framed.
That's why he said Jays.
He said some naughty stuff.
Wait, hold on. That's why he
What's so
said.
naughty about it? I don't understand
Hold
that.
on one sec. Hold on one sec. That's why he said Jays, shellfish, and he
Yeah.
didn't say the whole word or small hats. Yeah, we don't use certain words up here.
Well, hell, man, before long, we won't be able to say anything.
That
You know,
may
You
be.
say something here, bro.
That may be. But
What about
you
you
know,
yellow and stuff?
uh,
That's how they got us, man.
Yellow bad man. Oh shit.
That's how they got all of us.
well,
That's by the balls. Can't say nothing, can't do nothing.
well. How about
Man, I'm ready to pick up arms and we gotta Independence Day this thing.
Fish, you cannot use words like that, man. It's racist.
See what I'm saying, though? It's just like TikTok. Everybody uses TikTok for censoring each other, man. I'll be censoring each other. Be like, hey, you can't say that in public. You can't say it's already happened. You can't say certain words. Can't do certain things, bro. We're becoming a communist country, bro.
The thing is, if this
Straight
was
up.
our platform, we could say as we please.
Well, if somebody's in the audience and they're offended, man, they're going to report you. So what are you talking about?
That's why we can't say what we want.
Exactly. So you technically can't say what you want. You know what I mean?
exactly?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay. IDBIM. Let's bring up I.
What's up?
Oh, okay, that's all right. They changed their mind. Yeah, but yeah. So he was talking about the BLK people he hired.
Hey, a question before we continue. Somebody can help me in here, man. Like every time I get up on like some publicly speaking in TikTok, bro,
One
like
sec. I got you. I got your question, but I was you cut me off when I was in the middle of what I was saying. Uh, I was so rude before I was rudely interrupted by Cinco. They claim that he violated Title VII of the 1964 Civil Rights Act. All right, come on, go ahead with your question, Mr. Cinco.
nah, bro. I was just trying to say I can't hear you guys. That's why I'm stepping over people because I can't because my volume. What I was saying was my volume goes down every time I get up on. Like I start speaking in here, I can't hear anybody.
Oh,
Every time I get the mic turned on, my volume goes down.
really?
TikTok's been.
Yeah,
I hear you fine, Cinco.
yeah, I can hear you too.
It throws me off, bro, because I can't hear you guys.
You said you had a question, Cinco.
Well, I was going to ask if you could hear me.
Ah, oh yeah, I can hear you. We can hear you. Yeah, we all good. He is not
All around.
Ashley
Nobody
Nicole.
means to interrupt one another. We all know.
Ashley Nicole says he is not racist. Shaking my head. And that leads me to another question. Can a BOK man be racist? Can a BOK man be racist? Is it possible that a BOK
Absolutely.
how? How?
Well,
Nobody.
Well, we gotta
how can the BOK man not be racist?
okay,
Bro?
we have to
Well, the word racist itself it doesn't mean nothing about it.
let's define racist.
Well, let me give you an example. The Black Panther Party.
That's really
Come on, bro.
really
Let's not ask silly questions.
silly questions. Speaking of silly questions, why did the Black Panther Party even have to exist in the first place?
Hey, you know what? I like the Black Panther Party better than the Civil Rights Movement, sir.
But you caught you
So you're asking the wrong person.
you accused them of being racist, so I had to address
They
that.
are, sir.
No, they're not.
White men and women. Or
No,
white
they
people.
don't hate. No,
Sir.
they do not. I've never heard them say they hate any
Oh,
particular
yes, they
group
do.
of
You ever
people.
listen to the speeches?
All the time. All the time. I can tell you the origin of Huey
Well,
P.
let me
Newton's
tell
Bobby
you something,
Seale.
sir. If you want to be segregated and not around white tea people, that means one thing. And what do you think that means?
Oh, you mean like when they had white only water fountains and
White tea.
yeah, white tea water fountains and sit in the back of the bus and all that. You talking
What's wrong
about
with sitting
that
in the
type
back
of
of the
stuff?
bus, sir? I sit in the back of the bus every day.
Yeah, we talking about that? Yeah.
It's silliness, bro. It's silliness.
Yeah. No, yeah, you a lot of people don't like some people like to. Some people don't like when you disagree with their wrongdoings. So let's not let's not act like we don't know. When you say silliness, silliness would be uh, not taking accountability of why the Black Panther Party had to be incorporated in the first place.
Yeah.
Hey, perfectly.
Yeah. Well,
It's not a.
150,000 white men died in the Civil War, sir, to end
You can't say
slavery.
God. You can't say that.
There you
You
go.
can't. Yeah, that's another thing.
Unalived.
Yeah,
Jeez, bro, I can't see anything.
this is TikTok. This is if you go out and create an app, invite us to your platform and
Good.
yeah, create an app, invite us to it, and say, hey, on this platform, you say
You know what
whatever
I'll
you want
call
to
it?
say.
You know what I'll call it?
What would you call it?
I would call it a place where. No, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get this chance. I'm gonna get this thing shut down. I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah.
I'm too respectful.
Yeah. All right.
hey, Seiko, I got a question for you, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
I forgot. What is your nationality?
What do you think I am, sir?
I don't know because your diction is pretty decent.
My what?
Your speech.
Yeah. So, I mean, let's just say I'm a seasoned white tea person.
Okay.
Very seasoned. Very seasoned, sir.
Season. What does that mean?
Um, I have the ability to go out in the sun and I'm very dark, without burning. And I have melanated skin, sir.
Hispanic.
Actually, no. Believe it or not, I have a little bit of Mediterranean and also a majority of Celtic heritage, actually. But yeah, man, I don't know.
Okay, well, I'm gonna answer your question, Marcus. Can BLK people be racist? And I'm gonna have to say yes, but I will say, just because you're affiliated with any certain party, don't mean you're a racist. Be it Black Panther, Republican, or whatever the case may be.
Okay, let me respond to that real quick. I'm gonna say no. BLK people cannot be racist. First of all, we don't control the system. Racism is the act of let me read this definition right here. Discrimination or antagonism by an individual or community or institution against a person or people on the basis of their membership or in a particular racial or ethnic group, typically one that is a minority or marginalized. So when you say something like redlining, that's a form of racism. We don't control banks and loans on a massive scale in order to be able to discriminate against a particular ethnic group of people. So no, BLK people cannot be racist.
You're confusing the words.
I'm not confusing anything.
Racist, that's what definition from. Racist, an individual can be.
No, no,
Can I
same
say something real
thing.
quick?
Same thing. If you use it in the action form, no, same thing. No, BLK people cannot be racist. No,
Yeah, they can, sir.
no, they cannot.
And
No,
actually, the new party is actually racist, sir.
no,
Nothing.
no, no,
Yes,
they
they are.
cannot. No,
Yes, they are. Sir.
no, no. BLK people cannot be racist.
I mean, you have BLK man talking about unaliving white
It's
No, no,
background
no.
noise.
Hey, TJ, you got some background noise, brother. Hey, let me welcome Mr. Baum back. Mr.
Welcome back,
Baum.
Mr. Bang. Hello, I've been dealing with the sinus infection the last couple of days. That's why y'all.
Yeah,
Well, I do not.
yeah, you riding that. You can't ride that drop top in the rain. You can't do that, brother. You gotta be cool. Who left? Oh, Cinco. Yeah,
And
yeah,
its profile is one of um tributes to Mustache and Mussolini.
yeah, yeah. See, no, they cannot.
And then his
You got background
profile
noise.
picture was okay woman statue with pigeons screaming over it.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Thank you for that information. I'll remember that too from now on.
Well, he behaved up here.
Yeah,
Look, he was here trying to tell you this, trying to be nice about it. But if you look at his profile picture, he was another one that was trying to be polite and trying to
yeah,
make full of
yeah.
baloney.
Trying to, yeah, trying to low key be passive, then ease into passive aggressiveness. No, no, no. You take that and go feed it to them pigeons that you like to be around. No,
And as far as our people, um, racism can only operate in one direction, and that's the oppressor toward the oppressed.
thank
So
you.
everybody can have a feeling, but people who have had the system used against them in the way that it operates cannot turn around and you people who have been the victims cannot turn around and oppress the victim. I mean, the beneficiaries of the system.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think Mr. Runner was confusing that. You
No,
gotta
I'm not
understand.
confusing it.
Yeah,
He was using racism and racist, which has two different meanings.
one is a
You mean can a person have prejudice feeling? Is that what you mean? Yes. Well, everybody can have a feeling, but that feeling doesn't come with any appreciable.
yeah. Now that's what I mean by when I say we confusing.
Still,
Hey, I'm gonna drop you down and bring you back up, Mr. TJ, because you got a bad connection going. I'm gonna drop you and bring you back up. Okay. All right.
always use this for my own father, who had different feelings about alphabet community and the feelings about interracial dating. But he did not either have any power or use those feelings to be able to limit anybody's comings and goings and then being able to do whatever they did. So his feelings were just that, his feelings. And as long as he kept them in his living room and didn't try to harass anybody on his job, it came with no kind of power. He was just a man with feelings, like all of us.
Right. Yeah. You still. It's not us, bro. You got a bad connection. I don't know if
Hey,
you.
man, do you have a speaker or something, PJ? Maybe that's what's giving you
He
feedback.
got, yeah, he either got a speaker or a Bluetooth or something going on, man, and it's a horrible connection. We can't even understand you. Yeah,
Mr. Bond. No, I'm saying that, a person feeling something, as long as their feelings don't come with any, even if they take out an action, the reason that the law will take accountability with them is because the laws work in favor of the oppressor. And the few laws that are on the books that deal with racism that they would be held to are because of the actions of the oppressed in getting those laws. There would be no laws against doing that if it weren't for the oppressors making the system in the first place. Well, being raised by my father, if you would listen to him, he sounded like the most racist person in the world. But be it anybody, BLK, YT, it didn't matter. If there was a way he could help them, he would help them. And that would confuse me so much. I'm like, what is this guy doing? He would be YT people this, YT people that. But we lived in a mixed neighborhood. If we had some older YT people that lived across the street from us, and they had an older car, and they was always having problems. You go over there and fix their car for free. Chief of police, he was white tee. If he had problems, he go over there and fix it for free. So I was just confused as at home you were saying YT people this, YT people that, but if any of them needed help or whatever, he'd be the first one there to help them.
Sounds to me like, in spite of whatever personal prejudices he had, at the heart, he was a decent man, and he didn't bother anybody or try to infringe on anybody else's civil rights. I would like to think that's the majority of people. It's the system, though, that operates that causes the real damage.
Now, had the question been posed to me as in, is there a racist system? I could say 100% without a doubt, yes. But I can say not everybody in that system is racist.
So, in the way that or has those feelings, I can agree with you on that.
Well, that's all I was saying. Marcus disagreed, I think.
No, no, I disagree with what you said when you said BLK people can be racist. I disagree with that part.
Individually, I think they can. I've
No,
seen
we
it.
don't. Yeah, but you got to hold some type of power or authority. We don't like
Yeah, but
Mr.
they
Bomb
bring
just
the
broke
whole
that.
system in there.
Mr.
Bring the system
Wait,
in there.
wait,
One
wait. Hold on,
individual
brother. Wait,
that's
brother.
like anybody.
Wait, brother. Mr. Bomb just broke it down that you have to hold some type of power or authority. You cannot be the oppressed and then turn around and be the oppressor.
That's not what I'm saying.
That's what that's the definition of racism. I think
No, that's not the definition of racism.
I think,
Individual be racist against another individual.
okay, that's the way you understand it. We'll leave it at that because that's not how I understand it. And then a person can dislike a person, like Mr. Baum said. You can have negative feelings against the person. You can dislike your neighbor. Can you be racist against your neighbor? Can you force your neighbor to pay higher taxes because you don't like that neighbor, or can you force that neighbor from his home because you want a red line through that, or call it what do they call it? Eminent domain. Can you call it eminent domain and take your neighbor's house because you don't like your neighbor? No, you cannot. So you
And my
cannot be
neighbor can't do that to me.
the system that your neighbor is a part of.
It's my neighbor. I didn't see the system. When you bring the system in, it's a whole different ball.
Well,
You say an individual against an individual, it's an equal playing field to me.
not really, because you got a such thing as white tea privilege as well. So we know that to be true. We know if something happens between you and your neighbor or your white tea neighbor, who's more likely to get charged with something just because of their
And like in the
just
chat,
color of their
Lord Joe
skin.
Bay says, a person can have prejudices, but not hold the power of racism.
Thank you. There you go. That's a good way of
I
putting
don't
it.
believe he's agreeing with you, Marcus.
That's a good way of putting it. That's a good. He just said, but not hold the power of racism. Exactly. I just told you. I just said that. BLK man cannot be racist. He said you can hold the power of prejudices, which is what you're speaking of. Prejudice, not racism. which is what I agree with.
Oh, there go Frenchie's friend, Richard Rich, 1976. And we don't use that word on this platform, Richard Rich.
Well,
He was responding to what that guy said. The one that was here. What was his name?
Cinco.
Cinco.
Cinco. Okay, let's welcome Lane up here. Lane, super thing. How you doing, Lane?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
All right. Where you from, Lane?
I'm from Detroit.
All right. All right.
The
Welcome.
one guy.
Yeah, to Detroit. To Detroit. Welcome to the panel. What you got for us, Lane?
Sort of the context of the situation, based on the photo and understanding I have of the mayor of Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with what the other folks said. I know there's restrictions on here about what you can and cannot say.
Right.
I don't think people of the race of the oppressed can be an oppressor. So I don't think that that's possible for him to be. I agree, is prejudiced, possibly. But then again, I'm not aware of the context of the accusation or the particular situation. I feel like even sometimes prejudice is comes from a reaction to racism and so.
Okay. Yeah, we was just kind of went on a little tangent talking about racism and racist, but the current mayor of Chicago is being accused of being racist because of his hiring, because of his staff that he hired. And the current president uh, was behind opening up an investigation on him, claiming he violated the Civil Rights Act, Title VII, 1964.
I
So,
try to do the same thing to Comey Young, right?
It's my turn.
Sorry, I was just going to at least accuse him in the same way, you know. Um, whereas being aware and considerate of your demographic and hiring people along those lines and along that basis makes sense. And I think that historically that, happened in the city in Detroit back when Kobe Young was president, and a lot of people had problems with that. We're accusing him of the same thing. And I think that is just preposterous, in my opinion,
wow.
considering,
Okay.
the where you are, and I mean,
Well,
it makes sense. People should lead
uh,
with their own people, wherever you are.
there you go. I like that. Um, Ray Paul Knight. Ray Paul Knight.
Good. Good.
All right.
I think
Where you where you
Trump
from?
is jealous of
Wait,
all this
where
mayor
you
gonna
where you
keep an
from, brother?
accomplishment.
Wait. Where you from? Where you from? Where you from? Ray Paul?
You muted, Ray Paul.
Yeah, I don't know if you're talking, but if you, yeah.
I'm in Arizona right now. I was gonna say Trump, he's just jealous. He trying to knock him out for 28. That's what he doing. He been making such good strides in Chicago. Everybody want to be going to Chicago these days. I talked to my neighbor the other day. He said he moving. I said, where you going? Chicago.
Mm. So you think it's because of what he's doing in the
It's a
city?
rivalry.
You think him being a Democrat got something to do with it?
No, I think him being so successful, the way he running the city, I see him as a best president 28.
Oh,
Yes, everybody across America looking at Chicago going, shit, I want that for my city.
hey, no,
We
no.
don't use profanity on the platform, but Mr. Ray, I ask you, what changes have he made? I don't know because I'm not familiar with Chicago.
Well, like, I mean, just by his initiatives, like, we're feeling like the government looks more like that, you know what I'm saying?
tonight. Ah, man.
Basically, no, the institution, because that's what it would be. He would be operating in favor of BLK people. Then they could say practicing racist hiring practices. At a hospital system that got sued. Constitution allowed this to go on. Constitution allowed this to go on. So in racist practices, regardless of what individual it is.